10 Hidden Wealth Laws the rich quietly follow. Florence Scovel Shinn. There exists a mystical realm where wealth flows like an eternal river, and those who have discovered its secrets move through life with an unshakable knowing that prosperity is their divine birthright. This is not mere fantasy or wishful thinking. This is the fundamental truth that separates those who struggle from those who thrive effortlessly in the realm of abundance. The wealthy understand what the masses do not: that wealth is not created through struggle and strain, but through alignment with divine law. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed that the imaging faculty is the creative faculty, and it is important to choose the right mental pictures. The first hidden law that the wealthy follow is the law of divine imaging. They do not see themselves as separate from abundance. They see abundance as their natural state of being. While others worry about scarcity and lack, the wealthy have trained their minds to hold only images of prosperity, success, and divine supply. This is not positive thinking. This is spiritual science. Consider this profound truth. Your current financial situation is nothing more than the outward manifestation of your inner beliefs about your relationship with the infinite source of all supply. Every wealthy individual who has sustained their prosperity understands that money is spiritual substance made visible. It is the crystallization of divine energy flowing through consciousness that recognizes its oneness with the source of all good. When you truly grasp this first law, you begin to understand why the wealthy seem to attract money effortlessly. They have dissolved the illusion of separation between themselves and infinite supply. They know that God is their unfailing supply, and large sums of money come to them under grace in perfect ways. This is not affirmation. This is recognition of truth. They see themselves as channels through which divine abundance flows, not as separate beings trying to grasp wealth from outside themselves. The wealthy do not chase money. They become magnets for it by aligning their consciousness with the frequency of abundance. They understand that every dollar in existence is seeking an open channel through which to flow, and by maintaining their spiritual alignment, they become those channels. This is why they can lose fortunes and rebuild them quickly. They have not lost their connection to the source. Ask yourself, when you think about money, do you feel expansion or contraction? Do you feel worthy or unworthy? Do you see yourself as a divine being with unlimited access to infinite supply, or as a struggling human separate from abundance? Your honest answer reveals whether you are operating under the first hidden law or fighting against it. The wealthy have trained themselves to feel only expansion when contemplating prosperity, for they know that infinite spirit, open the way for my immediate supply. Let all that is mine by divine right now reach me in great avalanches of abundance. This is the foundation upon which all other wealth laws rest. Without this recognition of your divine nature and inherent connection to infinite supply, all other efforts become struggle and strain. With this recognition, abundance becomes as natural as breathing, for you are simply allowing what is already yours by divine right to manifest in the physical realm. The second hidden law that governs true wealth creation operates in the invisible realm of spoken word, and the wealthy understand that their words are not mere sounds, but creative forces that shape their reality. Florence Scovel Shinn taught us that, "By your words ye are justified, and by your words ye are condemned." Every word you speak is either building your prosperity or tearing it down, and the wealthy have mastered the art of speaking only words that align with their desired reality. Listen carefully to how truly wealthy individuals speak about money, business, and opportunity. You will never hear them say, "I can't afford it," or "money is tight," or "times are hard." Instead, their language consistently reflects abundance, opportunity, and divine supply. They understand that their words are decrees that the universe must fulfill, and they choose their words as carefully as an artist chooses colors for a masterpiece. This goes far deeper than positive affirmations or surface-level optimism. The wealthy have awakened to the mystical truth that their spoken word carries the power of creation itself. When they declare, "I am abundantly supplied with every good thing," they are not hoping or wishing. They are commanding reality to conform to spiritual truth. Their words become the bridge between the invisible realm of infinite possibility and the visible world of manifest form. The law of spoken word reveals why some people struggle financially despite working hard, while others seem to effortlessly attract wealth. Those who struggle unknowingly use their words to create limitation and lack. They speak of recession, worry about the future, and constantly affirm their financial challenges. The wealthy, however, have trained themselves to speak only from the consciousness of already having what they desire. But here lies the profound secret that most miss. The wealthy don't just speak words of abundance. They speak from a place of absolute knowing. Their words carry the vibration of certainty because they understand that what they are declaring is not future possibility, but present reality in the spiritual realm awaiting physical manifestation. When Florence Scovel Shinn taught, "I give thanks that I now receive in a perfect way the abundant supply that is mine by divine right," she was not asking for something external. She was recognizing something that already exists. This is why the wealthy seem to have such unwavering confidence in their declarations. They are not trying to convince themselves of something untrue. They are recognizing truth that exists in the invisible realm and calling it forth into visibility. Their words become tools of manifestation rather than expressions of hope or fear. The transformation begins when you realize that every conversation about money is either an investment in abundance or an investment in lack. The wealthy have chosen to speak only words that honor their divine nature and affirm their connection to infinite supply. They understand that their word shall not return unto them void, but shall accomplish that whereunto it was sent. Examine your own words today. What reality are you creating with your daily declarations about money, success, and prosperity? Are your words building bridges to abundance or walls of limitation? The wealthy know that they are always speaking their reality into existence, and they have chosen to speak only the language of divine prosperity. The third hidden law that the wealthy follow with unwavering devotion is the law of gratitude magnetism, and this principle operates on a frequency so high that it literally attracts abundance from the quantum field of infinite possibility. Florence Scovel Shinn understood that gratitude is the memory of the heart, and the wealthy have made gratitude their default vibration, creating an irresistible magnetic field that draws prosperity to them continuously. Most people practice gratitude as a technique or temporary exercise, but the wealthy have transformed gratitude into a living frequency that permeates every aspect of their consciousness. They don't merely feel grateful for what they have. They maintain constant appreciation for the abundance that is flowing to them in every moment, even before it becomes visible in physical form. This is the secret that keeps their supply channels eternally open. Understanding this law requires recognizing that gratitude is not an emotion, but a recognition of truth. When the wealthy express gratitude for their abundance, they are not being thankful for external circumstances. They are acknowledging the eternal flow of divine supply that is their birthright. They know that every blessing that has ever come to them has come through the doorway of gratitude. The profound difference between the wealthy and those who struggle financially lies in this. Strugglers wait for something good to happen before feeling grateful, while the wealthy feel grateful first and then watch good things unfold naturally. They understand that gratitude is the key that unlocks the treasure house of infinite supply. Their appreciation acts like a spiritual magnet, drawing to them all that they need and desire under grace in perfect ways. This law operates through what Florence Scovel Shinn called scientific gratitude, the practice of giving thanks for blessings before they appear in the physical realm. The wealthy have mastered this art of grateful expectation. They say, "I give thanks that my prosperity is now manifest," not as affirmation, but as recognition of spiritual reality. They know that in the realm of divine mind, their abundance already exists in perfect form, and their gratitude simply allows it to crystallize in the material world. Watch how truly prosperous individuals move through their day. They radiate appreciation for everything: their business opportunities, their relationships, their health, their spiritual understanding. This is not superficial positivity. This is deep recognition that they are living in a friendly universe that is constantly conspiring for their highest good. Their gratitude creates a vibrational atmosphere where miracles and unexpected blessings become commonplace. The wealthy also understand that gratitude must be specific and continuous. They don't just say, "Thank you for my abundance." They give detailed appreciation for every aspect of their prosperity. "I give thanks for the wisdom that guides my investments, the opportunities that flow to me effortlessly, the people who support my success, and the divine intelligence that orchestrates perfect timing in all my affairs." Here lies the transformative secret. When you make gratitude your dominant vibration, you begin to see abundance everywhere. Your perception shifts from noticing what's missing to recognizing the infinite supply that surrounds you. The wealthy live in this heightened awareness, where every moment offers new reasons for appreciation, and this grateful consciousness keeps them aligned with the eternal flow of divine prosperity. Your gratitude today determines your abundance tomorrow. For gratitude is the golden cord that connects your human consciousness to the infinite abundance of divine mind. The fourth hidden law that governs lasting wealth is the law of divine circulation, and the wealthy understand that hoarding wealth creates spiritual stagnation, while generous circulation creates exponential increase. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed that every man on this planet is taking his initiation in love, and the wealthy have learned that love expresses itself through fearless giving and receiving in divine balance. This law operates on a principle that defies human logic but aligns perfectly with spiritual truth. The more you give from a consciousness of abundance, the more abundance flows through you. The wealthy don't give from their surplus. They give first, knowing that their giving creates the vacuum that divine supply must fill. They understand that money is energy, and energy must keep moving to remain vital and powerful. The profound secret here is that the wealthy give not to get something back, but because they recognize themselves as channels through which divine abundance flows to bless the world. They know that when they give with love and joy, they are not depleting their resources. They are increasing their capacity to receive even greater abundance. This is why truly wealthy individuals often become more generous as their wealth increases, not less. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that what man gives, he receives pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The wealthy have proved this law in their own experience. They have discovered that when they give fearlessly and joyfully, the return comes to them multiplied through unexpected channels, new opportunities, brilliant ideas, and divine connections that would be impossible to orchestrate through human effort alone. But this law requires deep understanding of the difference between giving from fear and giving from love. Many people give reluctantly, hoping to manipulate outcomes or create obligation. The wealthy give from overflowing hearts, knowing that their source is inexhaustible. They understand that God cannot fail, and He is their supply. Their giving is an expression of their faith in infinite abundance, not a desperate attempt to ensure their security. The wealthy also understand the law of circulation extends beyond money to include time, energy, knowledge, and appreciation. They freely share their wisdom, offer their encouragement, and invest their energy in lifting others. This creates a spiritual momentum that returns to them as increased prosperity, expanded opportunities, and deeper fulfillment. They know that as they give, so they receive, and their receiving is multiplied in joy. This principle reveals why some people who make good money still struggle financially, while others who earn less live abundantly. Those who struggle often hold tightly to what they have, creating energetic blockages that limit their receiving capacity. The wealthy keep their abundance flowing freely, creating clear channels through which even greater abundance can reach them. The transformation occurs when you realize that you are not the owner of your wealth, but the steward of divine supply. The wealthy see themselves as trustees of abundance, responsible for circulating blessings in ways that serve the highest good. This understanding liberates them from the fear and anxiety that plague those who believe they must hoard and protect what they have. When you embrace the law of divine circulation, you discover that giving becomes receiving, and receiving becomes giving, creating an endless spiral of abundance that lifts not only you, but everyone your life touches. The fifth hidden law that wealthy individuals master is the law of vibrational alignment, and this represents perhaps the most sophisticated understanding of how consciousness creates reality in the realm of prosperity. Florence Scovel Shinn knew that man's word is his wand filled with magic and power, and the wealthy have learned to maintain consistent vibrational harmony between their thoughts, feelings, words, and actions, creating an irresistible magnetic force for abundance. This law reveals why two people can take identical actions in business or investment, yet produce completely different results. The difference lies not in their external activities, but in their internal vibrational frequency. The wealthy operate from a high vibration consciousness characterized by expectation, enthusiasm, and absolute knowing that success is inevitable. Their every thought and feeling broadcasts this frequency to the universe, which responds by orchestrating circumstances that match their vibrational signature. Understanding vibrational alignment requires recognizing that everything in existence, including money, opportunities, and success, carries specific vibrational frequencies. When your consciousness aligns with the frequency of abundance, you become a vibrational match for wealthy experiences. The wealthy have trained themselves to maintain this high-frequency state consistently, regardless of temporary circumstances or external appearances. The profound secret lies in understanding that vibration precedes manifestation. Before wealth appears in physical form, it must first exist as vibrational reality in consciousness. The wealthy don't wait for external evidence to feel prosperous. They cultivate prosperity consciousness first, knowing that the external manifestation must follow. They understand that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This is why wealthy individuals often seem calm and confident even during challenging times. They know that temporary appearances cannot alter spiritual truth, and they maintain their high vibrational alignment with abundance regardless of what seems to be happening around them. Their unwavering faith in divine supply keeps them tuned to the frequency of prosperity, ensuring that solutions, opportunities, and resources continue flowing to them. The wealthy also understand that vibrational alignment is a moment-by-moment choice. They have developed the discipline to monitor their thoughts and feelings continuously, immediately correcting any drift toward fear, doubt, or limitation. When they notice themselves beginning to worry about money or focus on lack, they quickly redirect their attention to spiritual truth and re-establish their connection to infinite supply. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. The wealthy have trained their spiritual vision to see themselves as eternally prosperous, divinely guided, and abundantly supplied. This inner vision becomes the template from which their external reality is formed. They know that their good cannot be limited, for one with God is a majority. The transformation begins when you realize that you are always broadcasting your consciousness to the universe, and the universe is always responding with experiences that match your dominant vibration. The wealthy have chosen to broadcast only frequencies of abundance, success, and divine favor. They understand that maintaining this vibrational alignment is the most important work they can do, for it determines everything else that flows into their experience. When you master vibrational alignment, you discover that wealth creation becomes effortless because you are working with universal law rather than against it, allowing the infinite intelligence of the universe to orchestrate your prosperity in ways that exceed your human imagination. The sixth and most sacred hidden law that the truly wealthy follow is the law of divine identity, and this represents the culmination of all spiritual understanding about abundance. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed that the game of life is the game of boomerangs. Man's thoughts, deeds, and words return to him sooner or later with astounding accuracy. The wealthy have discovered their true identity as divine beings, temporarily expressing in human form, and from this recognition flows unlimited prosperity, perfect guidance, and miraculous manifestation. This final law transcends all others because it reveals the ultimate source of all abundance, not external circumstances, market conditions, or economic systems, but the infinite creativity and supply that flows through awakened consciousness. When you truly know yourself as a spiritual being created in the image and likeness of infinite abundance, every limitation dissolves, every fear vanishes, and every financial worry becomes impossible. The wealthy who have mastered this law no longer identify themselves by their bank accounts, possessions, or social status. They know themselves as expressions of divine intelligence, wisdom, and creative power. From this identity, they naturally attract abundance because they understand that prosperity is not something they must acquire. It is something they already are in spiritual truth. They declare with Florence Scovel Shinn, "I am one with my good, and my good is one with me." This recognition creates what can only be described as miraculous results. When you truly know yourself as divine, every transaction becomes sacred, every business decision becomes guided, and every financial challenge becomes an opportunity for spiritual demonstration. The wealthy operating from divine identity don't just make money. They become instruments through which infinite intelligence expresses as perfect prosperity in the physical world. The profound secret of this law is that it makes all struggle unnecessary. When you know your divine identity, you stop trying to force outcomes and start allowing divine order to orchestrate your affairs. You understand that there is a supply for every demand, and that infinite intelligence knows exactly how to fulfill your every need in ways that bring good to all concerned. Your role becomes simply to maintain awareness of your spiritual nature and follow the guidance that flows from this recognition. Those who have mastered divine identity consciousness move through business and financial matters with grace, ease, and supernatural wisdom. They make decisions from divine guidance rather than human fear or greed. They invest, create, and build from inspiration rather than desperation. They know that God is their partner, and that this partnership guarantees success in all righteous endeavors. The wealthy understand that this law makes them immune to economic downturns, market crashes, and financial instability, because their source is not external systems, but the infinite creativity within their own divine consciousness. They know that even if they lost everything external, they would rebuild quickly, because they have not lost their connection to the source of all supply. This is why some individuals can rise from poverty to incredible wealth, while others born into privilege lose everything. The difference is consciousness, specifically, consciousness of divine identity and inherent connection to infinite supply. When you know who you truly are, abundance becomes not just inevitable, but continuous and ever-increasing. The ultimate revelation is this: you are not a human being hoping to become wealthy. You are a wealthy spiritual being learning to express your divine nature in human form. Your prosperity is not dependent on external conditions, but on your recognition of the truth of your being. As Florence Scovel Shinn declared, "Man's highest demand is for perfect self-expression through perfect channels and right activity." When you align with your divine identity, you become that perfect channel through which infinite abundance expresses as your earthly prosperity. The wealthy who follow these 10 hidden laws know that true wealth is consciousness. And consciousness, properly understood and applied, can create any reality you choose to experience. Your recognition of these truths today begins your transformation into living demonstration of divine prosperity made manifest.